Hi, my name is Carter Torgerson. This is my Entrepreneurship 3003 project for Florida State University. I'm joined here today by Susie Bush Transu, owner of the Hearth and Soul Lifestyle Shop here in Tallahassee, Florida. Susie, how are you tonight?
I'm great, Carter. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to start off by just asking you a couple questions about Hearth and Soul and your business. So, first off, what was the original inspiration? Sort of what made you dive into Hearth and Soul?
Well, believe it or not, it was October of 2014, and we opened in September 2015, so just 11 months later. I was at a 50th birthday reunion of two of my best friends from Duke, and as a thank you for being there, they invited this lifestyle coach from New York, Reverend Catherine, in to visit with each of us, and we talked about what we loved in life, and she just gave us some insights into what she would see for our future. And so I talked about what I love. My husband and I are in the beer business. I love hospitality. I love getting people together, solving problems, helping the community, and I love beautiful things and discovering new things. And she said, I see a storefront in your future. And believe it or not, from that point forward, within the next week, the whole concept of Hearth and Soul was born. I interviewed all the women there and interviewed all my friends when I got back and asked them, what feeds your soul? And that ended up in the concept that is living today, Hearth and Soul.
Okay, very cool. So once you got the idea for this with all of your friends, how much planning did you do? Like, did you sit down with a whiteboard and go for it? Or did it take a lot of time to come up with the idea, sort of for it to come to fruition, or did you just go for it?
Absolutely. No. I absolutely developed a business plan, concept boards, went and interviewed people to join me in the concept, and all of that planning took place within the first 2 to 3 months. Then we started meeting with contractors on the build out. Location was critical in terms of where we were going to be, and we were not going to move forward unless we had a great location in Tallahassee.
I was just about to ask you, how did you choose your location exactly?
Very important. We looked at the economic base of Tallahassee, my hometown. We wanted to create our flagship store here. It's a community that's very important to me. We knew economically it was a bit of a stretch, but we wanted to make it work here. So we knew location was critical. So I talked to a realtor and I explained that economically this is where I would like to be, accessible to Florida State, but in a suburbia community where the active woman and man needed something that was accessible, was different than anything else that was offered here, and a one-stop shop, really almost like a boutique department store that they could satisfy all their needs in one place and also have a place where they can relax and enjoy. And that's why we ended up where we were. The real estate agent, it was again meant to be, said this location that you have identified as your primary number one target is actually coming up for lease. And so we jumped on it, and the rest is history in terms of location.
Sounds like it was a great opportunity that you guys jumped on.
Yes.
So, okay, so once you had the great idea and sort of the great location and mindset, you sort of took off with the idea and ran with it. Could you sort of describe, like, when you walk into the store, what is it that you see at Hearth and Soul?
The name is a perfect symbol of what you see, but it's hard to understand it until you get there. But Hearth is symbol of the home. So the floor plan is literally like a home. You come into the foyer, which is the customer service area. You come to the right, which is the first traffic flow location of any retail shop, to the family room, the dining, the kitchen with a coffee bar. There's a his closet and a hers closet with men's and women apparel, bed and bath, patio, and it's just a natural understanding when you come in that this symbolizes the home, a special place for most of us. And it's great to see people come in and play that back to us, and it's inspiring and gives us a lot of energy to believe the concept can be successful in the future.
Very cool. Okay. So to keep up with the retail market, what are some marketing and promotional efforts you guys do for Hearth and Soul?
Lots of social media. So when we started, we did more of the traditional outdoor magazine, a lot of public relations for the opening events. But now it's a lot of social media, Instagram being primary, as well as Facebook for our older demographic. And we're building our website to have some e-commerce, but it's relationship-based e-commerce, not traditional click and buy. So please check us out on our Facebook page, which is hearthandsoul.com. And then Instagram is hearthsoultlh.
Very cool, very cool. Okay, so with every business you have employees. Sort of for you guys at Hearth and Soul, what are some of the things that you look for when hiring employees, and how many employees do you currently have there?
So we have 12 employees, including our managers, 2 full-time managers, 1 part-time, and then the rest customer service reps. And we look for people that are compassionate, friendship-based, because our whole customer service model is based on making friends. People that have attention to detail, because there's a lot of detail involved in retail.
Of course.
And people that have an interest in making this a career, not just a job. And we're very excited to have the team that we have. It's a family, and it's a family that we work to be team-based versus individual, so we don't have individual commission structure. We have team-based commission structure.
Very cool, very cool. Okay, so opening up a new venture is obviously something that's very time-consuming. Has it affected your life at home with your family?
I have a very supportive husband and 2 kids in college, 1 still at home. And I think they're very excited to see me, first of all, try something new, follow a passion, follow a dream, and they've been incredibly supportive. But it takes a lot of time for anybody that's looking to start a new business. Just know, you have to be all in. You have to have the support structure. You have to have the financial backing. Create a business plan. Don't go in just, as a dream. It has to be business-based. But it's a lot of fun and very rewarding at the same time.
Very cool, very cool. Okay, so financial planning, solid business plan. Are there any other tips that you would give to other new venture capitalists or people who are looking to start their own thing? Or maybe any common problems that people run across starting a new venture?
Managing inventory, really important. Supplier relations, very important. Ask as many questions, demand as much as you can from your suppliers, but they're your partners too. But don't be afraid to ask. In any situation, ask for things. Ask for samples, ask for support. Customers should always be at the top of your priority list, because without them, you're nothing. And your employees are your best representation. Your family is your best representation, and I say family because that's what we call our employee team. They're the best representation of you and the concept. So spend as much time with them as you can to make sure they're developing on that customer model that you want. And in our case, it's making friends is your business.
Very cool. Okay, so lastly, how would you say that the teamwork concept has helped your employee structure and your business grow in general?
It's really important because our team doesn't want to be competitive with each other. And in the interview process with our employees, a number of them said, we don't want to work in a commission-based structure, an individual commission-based structure, because they saw that was destructive in terms of working together and being team players. So our structure is team-based. When we meet a goal, a monthly sales goal, if we meet that, their percent as a team in terms of their employee discount goes up 10%. So they all work on that together.
Great incentive.
There's a mutual goal, which I think is a much better atmosphere.
Cool. Well, okay, I think that's all we have for you today. We really thank you for your time, and I urge anybody who wants to get into Hearth and Soul. It's a great shop up on the north side of Tallahassee. And Susie Bush Transu, thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.